The CBS 2:30 game this upcoming week has number 1 Georgia traveling to Rocky Top. Now, what a game this would have ended up being if Tennessee would have won last week. Obviously, if Georgia would have lost to it, would have been an even bigger game. But it's still a big game because you have the number 1 team in the country coming to a very tough home environment at Rocky Top. Tennessee comes in as a 10-point underdog to Georgia. The over-under, I believe, in this game is 58.5. So kind of a high over-under there. Once again, Georgia undefeated, ranked number 1 in the country, should be. Won 26 games in a row. So could it end here, Quinn?
Look, it is a good thing that Neyland Stadium looks like a garbage truck driver convention, because they're going to need all the hands they can get to get that trash that calls itself a football team on the home sideline out of that stadium. Georgia's going to kill them. All right? They're going to kill them. Tennessee had 2 big road games against Alabama and Missouri, choked the Bama game away, got killed by Missouri. They blew a game to some team that thinks it's a football team down in Gainesville, Florida. And now they're going to play Georgia, where they're going to get slaughtered. I cannot believe I got on here last week thinking there was a chance that this game could be something and that Tennessee might have a way to get to Atlanta. It ain't going to happen. Georgia's going to kill them. I do think that the over-under is high. I'd take the under on that because Tennessee defensively is pretty okay, but their offense ain't going to do jack against this Georgia defense. Ride it up. They're going to cover the spread. I've got Georgia by at least 21, if not 24 or more. Call it.
I don't know how to follow that one up at all. I would just say that now. But I was looking at the schedule for Georgia. Guys, so far, before they go to Tennessee this week, they've played 2 away games. 2. Played Jordan-Hare and played Vandy. And in those games, they both gave up 20 points.
Does Vandy count as a road game?
It does. Vandy scored 20 on that defense. I'm going to count it right now. They're getting off a home stand of 3 games against Florida, Missouri, and Ole Miss, 43-20, 30-21, and 52-17, respectively. So they haven't been on the road a whole lot this season. So that's going to play into this, I think, just a little bit. Neyland's going to get up for this game. They got up for the Alabama game, even though that one was at Bryant-Denny. But they're going to get up for this game. You got Georgia at home, one of your biggest competitors. Quinn, I am totally disagreeing with you here. No way Georgia wins by 24. I'm going to go 10. I think it's a 31-20 kind of win, 31-21. I think Georgia kind of escapes with their life here. I think Georgia is a great team. They got Brock Bowers back. We just kind of mentioned how well this team is playing. They're playing on all cylinders. It's our only 3rd game on the road this season and in one of your biggest rivals teams. I've got Georgia still. I'm taking Georgia. I think they're going to win this game. I think it's going to be in hand, but I do not think they're going to match the over. I think it's going to be like a 31-21, 31-20 kind of win. Freddie?
Yeah, I think Georgia all year has only covered the spread 3 times. I think they've pushed 1, so I think they're 3-6-1 so far against the spread. And this is a number that's pretty dangerous if you're a guy that is thinking that Georgia's going to cover the spread on the road. Tennessee's still a scrappy team, and they just got blown out by Missouri 36-7, an embarrassing performance. One of the worst performances I've seen from a Tennessee team in a long time, or at least the last 2-3 years. They at least get up for those kind of games over the past couple of years, and it did not happen this year. Coming off a huge loss, and for Georgia, though, you got to think, could this be a trap game for Georgia? Coming off a huge win against a top 10 team, your head's pretty big. You got Brock Bowers back. You think Tennessee just got blown out. They're 7-3. I think it could be a trap game. I think Georgia wins the game. I think it is a trap game, but I don't think Georgia falls for the trap. Now, preseason, I did pick Tennessee to win this game, but I think if you stick to your preseason predictions, in week 11, what are you doing? You don't make videos or, you don't have a, understanding of college football if you stick to your preseason predictions. So give me Georgia to win the game, but I don't think they cover the spread. I don't think they cover the 10. I think it's going to be a pretty scrappy game. What I see happening is probably a backdoor cover from Tennessee here. Last 3 minutes of the ball game, kind of like the Penn State game where they score with 2 minutes left, but there's no shot to win the game. So give me Georgia to win the game, but Tennessee to cover the spread.